We're discussing VeeCon, the Gary Vaynerchuk and VaynerMedia themed conference in Minneapolis. What's going on there, as well as the NFT space and what happened this week and this weekend. As usual, if you enjoy this content, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and as always, nothing in this video is financial advice. We are not financial advisors. The NFT space is incredibly risky, so always do your own research. Easy. How's it going?
It's going. That's for sure. How you living? How's
Um,
everything been? What's going on with you?
It's good. It looks like K Money has been dropping content at VeeCon. Can't say I'm surprised. He's always on it. But what has the VeeCon experience been like for you?
It's been interesting. It's kind of first crypto conference, I guess you could call it. And I'm not really a diehard VeeFriends guy or Gary like follower, I guess. So it's been interesting to meet a lot of people and see a lot of things going on. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised with how well the venue's set up because it feels like you can kind of go to a bunch of different areas and they're all completely separate. You know what I mean? Like it's like we were playing Rocket League yesterday for like an hour, and it didn't even feel like I was at the convention. I turned around and there's Deepak Chopra talking about meditation live on stage with 10,000 people watching. So
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting. I mean, they've done a great job. Gary went all out. It's clear. Ton of great kind of partnerships and stuff going on here. So it's a lot of fun. I'm having a good time.
Absolutely. And, speaking of video games, this is Bryson playing video games in that area that you were talking about, which is like this dedicated area at VeeCon for video games, which is really, really cool. I haven't gotten a chance to say hi to Bryson yet. I've seen him a couple times, but he's constantly mobbed. So hopefully I can get a second with him today. But that was really cool. And he spoke yesterday. Looks like this is like a side stage with Gary speaking on a panel. I predicted that at VeeCon, Gary was going to have like a flock of peeps with him. And if you look at this video right here, I don't know what he's saying, but anywhere Gary goes, there's like a legit flock of peeps that are
Mob.
following him, just a mob. So I felt good that I had the instincts and actually understood. Oh, Pharrell spoke yesterday and we missed it. Perfect.
No, that was like
Perfect.
the one thing I wanted to watch too. So I'm sure enough, bro. We've been so like off watching speakers. It's like we're so unprepared for the schedule and everything else, which is so funny because you'd think we'd have some idea, and yet we're just like, oh, huh, let's do this, I guess. But there's always something going on. I mean, I'm not even surprised we missed it. We were probably doing a million other things.
Oh, someone just said that's today. So we've already missed Pharrell this morning. We're doing really good. Yeah, we're doing really great with the speakers. Well, yesterday, Micah Johnson, creator of Aku the Moon God, somebody told us that he had spoken. And I said to Easy, I was like, there's no way that Signal would have let us miss Micah Johnson. And I was like, yeah, no shot. There's no way. That person's just wrong. He didn't speak today. And then I nudge Signal and I just go, hey, Signal, like, did Micah Johnson speak today? And she just goes, yeah. so I was like, oh, okay. So we missed it. And it looks like we're missing Pharrell right now. So that's great. Okay, cool. What's been like your favorite thing, Easy?
Oh, that's tough. It's definitely not the stairs. I feel like we've walked 10,000 stairs here. Like that's but honestly, bro, meeting a bunch of people has been really cool. Like seeing all these people who are just like so excited to talk and have conversation and are all portal holders and even the people who aren't. Like it's like there's so much excitement here for the NFT space. And I think Nick said it perfectly. He was like, "When have you ever been to a conference where everybody says this is the future and 6 months later it dies, it vanishes?" And I was like, yeah, when you put it like that, like bring up a very good point. It's just kind of nice to be in a space where like everybody gets what you've been doing for a year plus now, Like it's I think it's probably the people. It's the environment is unlike anything else.
And this isn't even actually an NFT conference when you think about it, right? It's like
Yeah,
there's
not at all.
at least 50% audience is like straight up Gary V, and then maybe it's 60 or 70%. So that's been pretty interesting to see, like the people that are deep NFTs versus not. It's been a great time hanging out with the Lyrical Lemonade team too, right?
It's been dope. That's been the best part. I mean, their setup is so sick in NFT land too. Like they just had this like music video pieces in there, a ton of like gear, all this stuff. They're crushing it, man. I mean, it was interesting to see some of the other setups. Like Deadfellas has a really cool AR setup. You have seen the Subducks one. The candy machine's really cool. That if you put 25 or 0.25 ETH, you can win a prize ranging from like 1 to 50 ETH, I guess. There's like a ton of stuff that's like pretty cool that's like engaging throughout there. Baron Davis, that was crazy to see yesterday, just on a panel throwing a basketball into the crowd. I'm trying to think, like there's some just
people are saying
stuff.
this is Wyclef John, I guess. So we
Yeah, but
missed
we
him
performed
too.
last night, right after the happy hour.
Wow, so we just missed everybody that's like worth seeing.
Well, bro, we ended up going to dinner or whatever before the Drifter Shoots party, which that was awesome too. Like there's so much going on that I'm already so excited for what's to come from NFT NYC. Like this feels like a warm up, like a month in advance, because it's like part only Gary V fans and part NFTs, and next month's just going to be completely NFT focused. The one thing I will say, that hail we saw on day one was like insane. It's
That
straight
was
up just
crazy.
hailstorm, streets flooded. I was like, is this really Minnesota? Like I've never been here before, and sure enough, it's hailing outside. Just absolutely hailing. Oh, look who it is.
What are you sharing on the screen here? Is this like family photos time?
Wow. Look at these beautiful people.
Oh, this one with you crashing it. The picture, it's supposed to be me and Node, but you were chocolate wasted off of a popsicle, and you had.
Pio doesn't even have a voice.
No, how bad is that? Listen to
What
this
is
dude.
going on? We should just cancel this show. This is ridiculous. What?
Thank God he's not speaking today.
Pio sounds like a robot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He came up to
Like
this morning.
a voice filter, like one of those phones. Where like, this is an anonymous. Turn off your camera so no one knows who's on the other line.
I wanted to show them the hail. Look at this.
Holy shit! Dude!
He was like in a safe location, and he's like, "My God, where's weather?"
Holy shit!
Okay.
Pio, when were you yelling? Like, I'm trying to think. How did you actually lose your voice? Was it from the drift music like last night, screaming over it? Was it?
Yeah, I mean, like it was a loud event last night. So we're talking about the party. I didn't know if it was like Drift's party.
The party after the Steve
Aoki? No, but we walked by it, and people were on drugs. Like,
feels like naming names.
People, I didn't know the people.
He uses heroin.
Oh, is this where we're going at VeeCon?
No,
yeah, it was. They were passed out. It was. We were walking back.
Go ahead, easy.
I'm just thinking about it, dude. We were walking back, and we literally like look over to this bush, and there's just 3 people passed out in this bush, just like done. It's like, I did, man. Just getting a bunch of these people together. Aoki, I'm sure, had a bunch of JPEGs on the screen that I'd probably be flooring depending on what he shared. But that crowd had to have been insane because there was also no alcohol at the event until 5:30 yesterday. So like, people were itching. People were itching to get after it.
Yeah, people were like on the ground, on the pavement. It was really something. It was definitely a party. Nick, are you excited to speak today? People might not know, but Nick has his speaking engagement today.
Well, I'm definitely happy that I have a more functioning voice. It's slightly normal, but yeah, I mean, I actually want to go over there right now, but I'm not going to see you all until golf because I'm going to go hang out with people more important. You know, that's what I'm. No, actually, but legit today.
But
I want to get free lunch. Like that's my goal actually today is to grab some free lunch.
I hope you get it. We had to wait in line yesterday for some food truck food, but it turned out to be really good. Nick was very nice and bought 20 tacos for everybody that was in line, and I think people really appreciated that, right? Nick, did that make you feel good?
Everyone the best tacos, and I got the chicken tacos was what I ended up with. So yeah, that was great.
Nick, how funny was it yesterday when G-Funk was talking, and I feel like you were like yelling things out almost like as a parody. I mean, not really. No, not really.
I like that we're putting this on record on my localized jokes there.
They were localized jokes, and then he comes out with Dana White,
and I was like, "Let's go, Jupiter! Let's go!" We got
Yeah,
it.
and then
Planets maybe going up in value. I saw some mixed reactions, and this morning I saw on Twitter. It really is the biggest thing is they've always had an issue with doing a lot of things at the same time, and it's funny that like G Funk sort of went from what sounded like his couch to CEO of this like massive enterprise in a short period of time, which is an impressive story. But generally speaking, overseeing an organization which is operating on 17 fronts is a difficult thing, let alone one front when you're a startup. And so that's the one thing that I think was interesting to see. That said, they've closed deals with Adidas or Adidas, if you want to use the European form of saying things, the correct way technically. They've closed the deal with Dana White. It's clear that they've done that, but or they've been successful with that. And I guess ultimately, if you think about like a media business, like what are the various paths that you can do? You can keep expanding your own tokens, or you go and partner with somebody who can support their own. And I think that's what they did with Adidas. And if they can do the same thing with, in addition to that, with, other
the UFC.
or just other brands which are going to support it, then that becomes a key thing. I don't know what UFC plans. It also is a little bit interesting because you got like Vayner Sports Pass over here, being the sports thing. I saw there were multiple sports angles that I've seen while at this event, with people just trying to operate in the sports space. And so, I mean, it's not bad that it's a huge space.
Somebody who just brought up too, does the Pixel Vault MMA announcement conflict with Vayner Sports? But it sounded like there was almost something that was like I don't want to say a partnership, but it sounded like they'd been in conversation before they launched like the Pixel Vault Sports thing with Vayner Sports. And having Gary and AJ both invested in Pixel Vault?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, in the name of the game is diversification. So I'm sure that
Hedge your bets over here.
they win no matter what. I want to take a quick hard tangent for a moment to just let something off my chest real quick. This Elliott Park Hotel that I'm staying in, I show up and I didn't have any toothpaste. It was just they don't have any fucking toothpaste. So like you literally, I guess it's a 4-star hotel, but there's no toothpaste. So yesterday morning I spent half an hour walking to Target, checking out of Target, walking back over here, taking care of my toothpaste situation, right? Then this morning, I'm like, I have these seedlings of hair on my chin, and I don't want it there, but I didn't bring a razor with me. So I called down, and I'm like, hey, do you guys have a spare razor or anything like that? And they're like, unfortunately not. And I'm like, yo, is there like, you guys just not stock up on any of these things? I don't understand. And they were like, he was like, yeah, I don't think we're going to have it for like 3 weeks or something like that. And I'm like, oh, there's just is this supply chain, thing. Also, I didn't realize it was impacting razors and toothpaste as well, is what we're dealing with now. It must have been the war in Ukraine or something. Anyways, it just felt, it's I don't want to throw too much shade at this town, but where we're located physically, there's everything is inconvenient. So like, you want to order food, you can't get the food. Like they just will cancel. I was chatting with someone last night who like placed an order off of whatever the local Grubhub is. I think it was DoorDash or something like that. They just canceled, like literally 45 minutes later. Anyways, yeah. I just want to say shout out to Elliott Hotel.
Well,
and first world problems, and
So have you gotten toothpaste, or has it been 3 days without it?
So people are saying who doesn't pack toothpaste, and you're correct. The problem is I moved into a new place and I've been stocking up my like supplies. I reset the supplies, and all I had was like 12 tubes of full blown toothpaste, basically. And so that was the situation. Someone said you have to call the Uber. Sarah said you got to call the Uber the day before in the Midwest. I'm just saying it's a little different. And I've been spoiled by living in New York. I will be honest. That's been the situation there. But I have toothpaste today, so if you walk up and you talk to me, don't worry about that, at least for the next couple of hours. Okay, so that's where we're at.
Nick, why don't we publicly announce our golf session today?
We already did it in the Discord. That's good. We don't need to say the time because now you just get random people showing up who don't have a portal. There's the whole point. If you want to hop in the Discord, it's in there.
Is it?
It's in the Discord, and yeah, we're doing an event at Top Shot.
Top Shot, as everyone knows.
Top Golf. Bro.
Every single person we've talked to has called it Top Shot because of NBA Top Shot. Every single person.
I do it all the time. But yeah, we were like, well, we can't get a bar, so we're going to Top Golf. You got to take a 15-minute Uber. So if you happen to make it there and you're at VeeCon, great. We only reserved for 40 people. I feel like we're teetering on the edge.
You think more than 40 people are going to show up?
I don't know.
I think it's going to be close.
Maybe not. Maybe 40.
I'm going to tell everybody today to come.
No, we're good. I think we got the number. I've spoken to enough people. I feel like, if 15 people show up, then we're good. Let's get back to the NFT news.
So, Nick, what has been your favorite part of VeeCon so far? Is it the lines, the stairs, or the speakers?
None of those. It's meeting other people who are part of our audience, which is honestly, I went to an event last night and there were a bunch of, I don't know, it felt very elitist. Hold on one sec. I'm not gonna like name names or anything like that, but I'm not gonna name what the project was, but I was at this event and I was sitting there and there was like not a lot of food, and I was chatting with people. I'm not going to get into some of the stuff that I thought was just not classy, but the bottom line is, I was at that event and I was just like, I just prefer hanging out with the people from our community, to be completely honest. Like, there was no, what am I going to do? I'm going to go backstage, take a photo with Seth Green. Yes. I'm not there right now, so I'm not taking that photo to hop on this. So let's be clear. I missed that photo op opportunity, which is a major concern for me. But no, I think it's hanging out with our community. I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's been awesome meeting people who listen to our podcast, and that's been the main thing. So that's all I've been focused on, and then playing Rocket League.
That was the highlight of yesterday, was the 2 hours you and me spent playing Rocket League.
I don't know that it was 2 hours. We played like 3 games.
2.5?
It was probably at least 45 minutes.
We were running Rocket League.
Then you all went to the bar and we had someone else come over, or there were other people who we hung out with before who were now joining, and I got to destroy them in Rocket League as well because they had never played.
Your excitement after that came over, this big shit-eating grin, and you're like, I won 12-2. 1-12-2.
Or let me demoralize you. Fuck shit. So that was fun.
It was a good time.
There's a hot NFT right now, which is Proof of Concepts, which is a streetwear brand. Is that fair to say, Easy, that it's a streetwear brand?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% what I would call it. It's like very much so a streetwear focused company based out of Boston. I think they even have one in New York now, but complete streetwear focused. They resell things like your favorite NFT Babe. They have physicals, and Nick's favorite things, Bear Bricks, after his newfound love for them yesterday. They sell those in store. So just a bunch of collectibles. They've even said like their goal is to release things for holders, 2K supply. Turns out this was a free mint, sold out instantly, gas war, whole 9, and now it's got 143 ETH of volume. So I'm interested in this.
And Nick, this has to be the coolest brand out of Boston, because as you know, nothing about Boston is cool, and me and Easy can attest to that. So you got the only cool thing coming out of Boston right now, hitting hard in the NFT space. Look at this volume. We haven't really seen volume like this on stuff in a while. Like, it's actually. Sorry?
Chimpers.
Okay, right. But what was Chimpers pumping like this?
Chimpers is at like a 200x.
Chimpers is the biggest project right now. Pio, in case you're wondering, has not been tracking the market for the past 36 hours. He's instead just been receiving the love of adoring fans and getting high on that. And so he's sort of, if you flatter him enough, he's just going to let go of everything pertaining to this market. So that's where we're at this point. What brand water is that?
The most expensive brand they had.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Just kidding.
What is it? It's called
Me and Easy have been going to the worst coffee shop on the planet over and over again because it's the only place near us. It sucks so bad. There's a
Starbucks.
Apologize to Minneapolis for any like. There's been people who were local. They were like, "Oh, what do you think of Minneapolis?" And I'm like, I'm in the wrong neighborhood. Like, I don't think I've provided an effective assessment at this point. Instead, someone said they went on a tour. Who went? You were telling me someone went on a tour bus to Prince's house?
Yeah.
So I'm not asking you to name names, but the whole point is Prince. That sounds like a destination. I don't know anything about this town, and instead, all I've been doing is going between this hotel and the conference venue, and then some restaurant, and walking by some questionable individuals basically in the street. But
that's for sure. So that's like something I didn't know is apparently they're having problems with crime right now. But me and Easy, I didn't even tell you this, I don't think, Nick. Me, Easy, Signal. Who else was there, Easy? Me, you, Signal.
Oh, last night at dinner. Oh my gosh, Node.
Oh, Trevor Owens, Node.
Node, and then one of Trevor's friends and two of Node's friends.
We went to a Native American restaurant by accident. Oh, it was unbelievable. We ate.
It was really good.
It was
I did not eat crickets.
So why are you wanting? So this whole story is about to tell me how great the food was that you ate last night?
It was absolutely fantastic. It was such a pleasant surprise, and I've never been to a Native American restaurant. It was fantastic.
I'm really pissed.
You should. How was your dinner?
I'd be down to go today.
I haven't eaten anything. I'm like starving at VeeCon right now. Like yesterday. So I waited.
Yeah, the shitty tacos.
Like some shitty tacos, and then I go to an event and I'm having like 2 hors d'oeuvres, like literally 2 that like someone walks by and I grab one mini burger and like I don't even know what the other thing was, and then they were like, and here's dessert, and I'm like, what happened to the meal? but I thought this was a dining club. I don't understand what like.
No, that is funny that it's a dining club and you didn't eat.
I don't want to get into the numbers. It sounds just way too pretentious. Like, but the bottom line is I paid to be part of the club. I go to the party. I get 2 hors d'oeuvres. I'm starving the whole time. We've been walking around like all day through the stadium. One of the cool things about getting a stadium is you got a stadium. That's about the only cool thing about getting a stadium, because other than that, you're basically like walking to go to each place on a just massive journey. I saw it took 14 hours for me to find Pio yesterday. And by the time I found him, he was dehydrated, sitting under a tree somewhere, just searching for support. But yeah, so you telling me about your food last night is great. I haven't eaten today yet. I don't know where I'm going to go get food now. I'm going to go to the conference, to the speaker lounge. There's going to be no food. There's going to be nothing there. Or I'm going to go get something, and it's going to be I'm going to get a granola bar. And so now I'm like eating a granola bar, a chocolate granola bar, because your boy likes chocolate. And so how is that going to serve me as nutritious?
The Native American place had locally sourced ingredients that are all native to the area, and we got like bison tartare. Everything was reasonably priced. Easy got like bison tacos. It was fantastic.
I didn't eat the crickets. I don't think you would eat the crickets either, Nick.
I went hard on the crickets. They were fantastic.
Pio ate a lot of crickets. It was a little worrying. It was a lot of bugs.
It's very high protein.
I don't care. It's a cricket.
I feel great. I was totally nourished by the dinner. And then you were at the next event and you had the salmon and asparagus that you were complaining about.
Oh, yeah. That
was so depressing. That was like a fire festival slab of salmon.
you opened it, it was like they had cut like a piece of the salmon off. And anyways, I'm just venting about this shit. It's a little bit ridiculous. Like I'm surviving, so it's not the worst. But there was a girl I knew in San Francisco who had an entire show dedicated to just eating bugs, and how that was the future of dining. And frankly, we may be on the fast track to us eating bugs. So the fact that there's a restaurant that exists that is serving up high-end bug,
they're front running it,
is a huge move. It's one of the most sustainable food sources with the highest protein. Frankly, I need to look her up again. I'm blanking on what her name was, but we should definitely have her on the show to discuss sort of the future of sustainability, because we're going to have NFTs and no food. So that's where we're going to be. That's where we're headed to.
Someone said Fly Fish Club is more fly than fish. I don't have as much FOMO about not being in the club at this point. So Nick, so you're going to be on a panel today with G Money and Oh Shiny. That's going to be incredibly fun for me to watch. I'm going to try to put myself in a position to heckle you, but I don't know how realistic it's going to be. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to leave you alone. But it's going to be hilarious to see you on the big screens, because they're doing such a good job of properly broadcasting the video and the audio to everybody at the conference. It's going to be hilarious.
But I don't know if our panel will be the one that's on there. If it is, I need a photo of this.
Of course.
I will get one of you on the big screen, and I will personally frame it and send it to you, because that's a monumental moment, and I'm proud of you, Nick.
I'm hoping that I'm the third. I'm the last one. I need it to be like I'm as diminished as possible, because that gives a good counter to when I say something that's just absolutely absurd, Because if you're directly next to the person, now you're in this position where they're like, that must be the most important person on the panel, and that's what I'd like to make sure. I want to be diminished, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, Nick, anything else you wanted to talk to the audience about?
I'll just be like this.
We have our event at 5 p.m. in Minnesota at Top Golf.
There we go. So Pio's just like,
if anyone wants a last-minute flight, come fly out, meet us at Top Golf.
I don't believe that we're going to have 40 people, Nick. We need to get asses in the seats.
It's only 40 people, dude. And who cares? If you don't get people showing up, that's actually a great thing. It's better than the scenario where you have too many people showing up.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of having a line like Gary does.
Learning from the best.
Gary taught me that you need to have lines.
If it goes over 40, Pio is personally paying out of his paycheck. He's in the midst of moving, by the way, as well. So this is going to be perfect timing for him. He's personally fronting any additional money, any cost endured. And also, what happens if we go over 40? What happens to those people?
Yeah, they have to wait in line.
We should just say first come, first serve. If you don't make it in time, sorry, we're not covering your Uber.
Someone said talk about Pixel Vault in the UFC. I mean, G Funk was on stage doing a speaking spot, and then he just throws to the monitor, and it's just Dana White, and he's like, the UFC is partnering with Pixel Vault. And I was like, oh shit, that is a big partnership. And we took pictures with Chuck Liddell, which was pretty cool. UFC MMA was just in full effect here. Anyway, anything else to talk about, Nick, before you go and you do your big time speech?
Well, I'm not going to do it right now. It's in a couple hours.
Are we gonna go buy? Are we gonna go get Thai food or the Vietnamese food?
This is like a food desert out here. Just straight up, that's the situation that we're dealing with. It's there's shortages of food within everywhere that I am. So I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I said, I'm gonna go to the speaker area to see if I can get food in there and scavenge some stuff, so I don't have to wait in line with you peasants.
Gary, ladies and gentlemen, Gary was walking with a flock of people yesterday, and me and Nick were hanging out with Matt Chesko from Pop Art Cats. He was actually painting us, or he was shooting content that's eventually going to have him painting us in it. It's going to be
He was
cool.
like, okay, so I'm over in the corner and I'm getting painted by a well-known artist because I deserve that shit. Please continue.
Anyway, it'll be cool content. Like Chesko's definitely a really cool guy, and Gary just sees Nick from like maybe 20 30 yards away, and he just goes, Nick. And me and Nick walk over, and he just like shakes hands, hugs Nick, doesn't acknowledge me at all, and then walks away.
He doesn't know you.
I know he doesn't know me. It was cool though to see that Gary just like recognized Nick from afar, even when he's with his mob of
Dude, it
people.
happens, but that's just common because I remember in San Francisco being in an Uber and I'm like driving and Gary's just like walking by like out of nowhere and I'm like, Gary, what's going on? All right, man, keep crushing it.
So Nick, after we wrap this stream, we got to just figure out the flyer and everything for the 5
There
p.m.
doesn't need to
thing.
be one, and we don't need to discuss business operations during a podcast. I just want to apologize to everyone. This was really one of the most obnoxious episodes that we've ever done. First, it involves us, P.O., not having a voice because he just wasn't prepared. He was last night yelling into someone's ear, probably some girl, being like, "You're so attractive."
It's like the meme. It's like the meme of the guy screaming at the girl, like, "Saw these pictures on the internet."
So we transitioned from that into me venting about the fact that like I don't have access to proper food. I forgot my fucking toothpaste, and the hotel doesn't have toothpaste or any supplies. Like literally any supplies. I don't understand what like. There's not a supply chain shortage on toothpaste. I'm just telling you straight up, there isn't. Like it just doesn't exist. There was a lot of toothpaste to Target. I had no issue with getting access to toothpaste. So whatever they're saying is a bunch of bullshit. Someone acknowledged I called people peasants. It went a little off the rails. P.O.'s talking about how we're getting painted at like the on the back, and then we're discussing business operations. That's what this episode's been about. For about 3 seconds, we discussed 2 projects. We discussed proof of concepts, which, oh my God, have we seen any volume like this in weeks? And the answer is yes. Hours ago, Timpers was literally absolutely dominating it, and it's been the talk of the town. We also had that scam project, which really like, whatever it is. What was the name of that project that like
which scam project?
Guy sold his 8 for below what he bought to like buy a rare.
Oh, the Miladies,
which
the
is
best
like
project
associated with like pedophilia or something like that.
the 4chan of crypto.
Okay.
That is so weird, bro.
And then there's so there's that's going on. So we're not even up to date on what the latest is in NFTs. You're acting like it's too late to get into this proof of did you buy proof of concepts?
No, I think that we and Easy were just talking about it. We could probably give it 7 to 14 days, and it's cheaper than it is now because there's no way that they're going to deliver something in the next 7 days. It's just not possible.
I agree.
Shkreli was on Spaces last night. Are you kidding me?
That's crazy. What show? Who's talking to Shkreli, Vicky? That's crazy.
She wrote Shrekly.
Shkreli. There's like a video from back in the day with like Ghostface Killer where he's like, yo, I gotta air out this dude, Shkreli. It's like too funny, man. I'd love to have Shkreli on. What was I gonna say? So when me and Easy get
we
there,
also met the girl behind Crypto Boy last night.
Oh, we did. Yeah. What's her name?
Come on the show on Tuesday, and she gave me her number and I texted her, but she has not replied. So I don't know what's gonna actually happen here. I
don't think she's gonna come on the show. Let's be real.
No?
Well, I feel like she's probably not even gonna remember that we talked to her about coming on the show.
She seemed perfectly sober, unlike you fools, and so I'm like, so I think that she was perfectly intact, and she was hanging out with her boyfriend. Easy was confessing his love
For the song.
of the song. But the boyfriend felt a little bit insecure, punched Easy in the face. Easy then went into wrestle mode. There was a full-blown breakout like fight on the ground where Easy won. That dude, I don't know, like she may not be able to get her album out anytime soon because apparently I think the boyfriend is also the co-producer, which I don't know. Anyways,
Look at the thumbnail XP just made for this, Nick.
she's dropping an NFT, and again, more background bullshit. Wow, that's a pretty good one. In terms of, anyways.
TM Brothers, you're probably going to be able to buy proof of concepts for cheaper in 2 weeks. But then again, what do we know? We're idiots. But I can't imagine that it just sustains a pump for 2 weeks. That'd be crazy, but I don't know. All right. Well, Nick, when we get there, we're going to get Thai food or whatever. We're going to be eating right away.
Okay, cool. You do that.
Anything else that did you enjoy the event last night afterwards? Did you get to talk to Drift at all?
I said, what's up? I walked away immediately after. I just said, yo, I had salmon in my hands. And I was like, I'm going to go eat this now. Nice to meet you. And I went over and sat at the table and opened it to find the most.
It was so depressing when you opened that box, dude.
Depressing box of food that I spent $40 on. It was literally like 4 asparagus that had been like over salted, like just salted to the max. Like it was borderline inedible. They had overcooked it, so it was like crispy. It was overdone. And then you ended up with the salmon that was also overdone. So it was like a hard rock that I was biting into. It was quite a disaster. I'm going to be honest. But, you know, I at least got protein in there. So, and I don't feel like I'm dead, but my stomach does feel like I'm not eating enough.
And speaking of not eating enough, if you don't have an FTX account, it's unrealistic that you're properly, getting enough nutrition. So make sure that you sign up at thenifty.com/FTX or with the code THENIFTY on your mobile app for FTX. FTX is offering you stock trading products at this point, and they don't have payment for order flow. So they're not front running your trades like some other companies like Robinhood are doing.
You also have a cash balance or like a stable coin yielding thing?
We're not going to talk about that, but we are going to talk about the stock trading product where you can use superior technology that FTX is building because everybody at FTX. Sorry?
Is that for legal reasons?
Everyone at FTX is an engineer, so all of their stock trading products and other products are superior. SBF is like a genius, right? And he just bought 7.6% of Robinhood. So that's not by accident, man. These people move. They're playing chess, 4D chess. You're playing checkers. We're not. I'm playing checkers.
It sounds like there's legal reasons.
Thenifty.com/FTX or the Nifty on your mobile app. In all seriousness, FTX, we couldn't ask for a better sponsor. They're not sponsoring Topgolf today unless they want to. If they wanted to sponsor it, they can.
I don't think they do. Look, we serve. I mean, honestly, if more people wanted to come, we'd extend the number of people that want to come and buy more bays. Primarily just because we've been delayed on some of the stuff that we've promised, and look, our number one thing is really our community. So
of course,
yeah, I mean, that's honestly, those have been the best people to hang out with and meet at the event. So yeah, if you're at the event, come say hello. If you don't have a portal, don't show up to Topgolf. Okay, just don't do it. Please don't.
Nick, anything else?
Who's the guy? Who's our fighter guy?
Chuck Liddell?
No, the guy who's in our portal. Jake. We're gonna have Jake manning the front door.
You mean Zach?
I thought it was Jake.
The brown belt in jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
That's not Jake.
Zach, bro. Easy got it wrong, not me. Zach.
My bad, Zach.
Went to dinner with him.
Yeah.
My bad, Jake.
So he will literally choke people out. Like, he is a real fighter.
Yes, unlike me.
If you want to fuck around and you want to show up there, I'm not saying that you're going to get your ass beat. But I'm just saying that, like, we got someone who may just beat your ass. Like, that's just the situation there. So what I'd suggest is buy a portal.
You gotta buy a portal, man.
I mean, what's the price?
That's a good idea.
We're not supposed to talk about price, I thought.
I'm not talking about what the price action is. It's 0.18. So, like, this is getting cheaper by the day. This guy's 5'6" and 112 pounds. Okay, well, I definitely could probably.
Who's this guy? Who are you talking about?
What about Floki?
I'm like, well, Floki, you make me feel big. Thank you.
Nice.
P.O., who's shockingly tall.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
I think they're saying you got little man personality. That's what they're saying. They're saying, wow, P.O. is surprisingly tall for his attitude.
So I have like a Napoleon complex, even though I'm not super short.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying, yeah, that's just what they're saying. I don't know. I mean, I didn't say that. That was their words. So like, I just want.
That's what I heard.
I would never say something like that. That's just rude, demeaning. It's mean. I would never say anything like that. Okay.
Anyway, everybody sign up for FTX. I'm 5'4". Nick is much taller than me. Thank you to everyone that said hello at VeeCon. Say hello today again. Come to Top Golf at 5 p.m. Nick's going to pay out of his personal wallet for any extras.
That's P.O.
Someone said you got to triple speed this video for P.O. to sound normal today. That's pretty funny.
All right. Smash that subscribe, click the like. And you know, what a great episode. This is going to go down as one of the worst episodes that we've literally ever done. But this is one for the records. So
in a good way.
Shout out. We're just like, we're in an event. We don't really give a fuck. And we just want to check the box to say we did a video today. Look, we do it every day. Where we are. All those motherfuckers out there who aren't doing it every day, look at the quality of content that we're producing on a regular basis. This is just the best content that you're ever going to get. Okay?
I can't wait to record the podcast intro and basically tell people, like, honestly, if you don't want to listen to this one, it's not the end of the world.
You're not missing much.
Literally 2 minutes of NFT talk, if that. I think maybe it was like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I made a purchase on stream, so we're good.
Concepts?
Moves. No, Solana NFT. A good one. Good one.
Okay.
Can I share what it is?
Famous Fox Federation. It was the one I was talking to Note about yesterday. Big whitelist marketplace. A lot of ETH money moving in. I mean, it's pushing 50 right now. Just got in at 45. Not too mad about it. Great volume. Sold like $6, so that's probably $100 cost. You know, it's a good time. So at least one of us did something with NFTs on this stream.
Yeah, exactly. And so all right. Well, anyway, Nick, it looks like you're in a much nicer hotel than me. That's nice. I hope they have some toothpaste over there. It sounds like you found a way.
We have a shortage of toothpaste and fucking razor blades and stuff like that.
Dude, just real quick, the fact that you
refund on this hotel that I didn't pay for.
The fact that you had 3 bad meals yesterday is actually really impressive because everything me and Easy ate was good yesterday, pretty much.
Wait, they got a fridge in here, and there's nothing in the fucking fridge. What the hell? So like literally, they were like, any extras that you charge to your room are gonna, but there's nothing in the room. I literally, there's nothing here. Anyways, let's just leave. I'm getting hangry. It's time to.
All right, end the stream. We gotta go. Let's just go.
End the stream.
Thanks for watching.